Hi everybody, we're here at Newfound Strength. We're going to make a couple rolling videos. So you might think of rolling around as not so much as an exercise, but it actually can be really telltale to see what's going on with how well you can control your deep core, right? So you have, think of your superficial muscles, your abdominal muscles, chest, and your superficial back muscles, and then think of literally everything deeper to that. Everything around the organs, the tissue that holds the organs in place, muscles that are going tighter down to the spine, right? Think of those muscles as your deep core, right? So we're going to look at, in this video, soft rolling patterns, and then in another video, there's going to be a bigger pattern called a hard roll, and it's going to be basically, we might have heard or seen one called a hollow bowl to a Superman. And you might be familiar with just doing the hollow bowl as an exercise and then doing the Superman as an exercise. We're going to start here. This is a good place for you to be introduced to rolling patterns. This is also kind of literally the way you would start to sit up from laying down in your bed versus trying to sit straight up. Most of your movements in life should have some rotation in them. And they actually do. If you stop and analyze everything the way you move, there's actually a little bit of rotation in them. So but we don't actually train enough. We don't look at it, and then being sedentary, some of this ability goes away. This is going to be a good exercise if you are coming out of rehab, if you are getting back to exercise after many years of not exercising. If you're an older person and you haven't, maybe you've been active, but you feel like your back might be feeling a little fragile. So if your core is holding in itself snugly together, your back will feel more stabilized. So this, all these rolling patterns can be a really nice piece to feel like they put you back together again. And we know that you need to be stable. The muscles from the center of the body, around the hips, the pelvis, deep internal muscles in your glute max, we know that those need to fire for you to feel strong, stable, for your body to work from the center outward to the peripheral of the body. So let's get started. We are going to need a little bit of space. You're going to be rolling back and forth. Find a good spot where you can lay out. Now, if you have a neck problem, a cervical spine issue, take into account what you've been told to do and not do by your doctor. Other than that, this is a very safe movement. So you're going to lay out. You're going to extend your arms over your head. You're going to extend your legs straight out. The first thing I'm going to do is bring the arm up and reach over to the side that I want to roll to. I'm going to bring the head up a little bit, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to extend my head over toward my armpit, toward the side I'm going to, where you can see my hands waving. And I am not going to sit up, and I'm not going to kick a leg over. You want the legs to sit still, flat, and do nothing. And we're going to move the switch away. And I'm extending this arm out, my head is up, and I'm looking over, and all I want you to do is just keep reaching with this hand, reaching out. Notice my body wants to kick in that leg, but you don't let it move. And as you're reaching over, you should just wind up flopping over onto your face. And of course, we'll lift our head so we don't hurt our nose, but it should happen that easily. If it can't, then that's a good exercise for you to work on. Now, how are we going to get back? Granted, this one's a little bit harder, but this is still basically part of a softer roll pattern, right? So we're going to, if we want to go from face down and roll backwards, I'm going to lift up both of my arms. I'll lift my right arm higher. I'm going to lift my right leg. I'm going to lift my head up and turn my head to the right. Extending the arms out versus pushing off is actually easier than pushing off. So, and then we would go the other way. So if I want to roll to the right, I would bring my left arm across, lift my head up, try to reach my head over past my armpit. We don't want the legs to do anything. Don't want to reach out with the other arm in the same direction. Keep the arm overhead. Reach until you roll there, right? Okay, so let's look at some leg patterns. So again, we'd have the arms out. we'd bring this up. Now, when we were moving the arms, we said don't let the legs do anything, like they're just immobilized. Now I want your body to be immobilized, and I'm just going to reach up and over with the leg and the head, just the head, not the arms, all right? And I'm just reaching, and again, I should just flop over, right? And then you'd practice the other way. You would lift the head, the leg, you bring them over to the side. You don't push off with the leg on the floor. Resist the urge to do that. Just keep lifting the head and turning it. The body will go where the head is going to, and the head will go where the eyeballs are looking to. So those are, we'll get our soft rolling patterns. Go ahead and ignore the one where I was face down and I rolled backwards. That's getting into a little bit of the harder pattern. So you're face up, and you're going to use your arms and head to get you to roll over, and then you'll want to see about the other side, and then you'll work on the lower body. Can the lower body into the deep core, can that do the same thing? The arms will stay stationary, and you'll just take one leg and the head, and you'll reach over and roll over and from your back and flop onto your face. And then you'll work on, you can build up by trying not to flop and controlling the landing. So this has been soft core rolling, the soft style of rolling. The next one is hardcore. It's tough to go from the hollow bowl exercise position with your legs and arms up in the air and then roll over without touching the floor with those arms and legs and go face down into the Superman position. So, let's talk about a modification. If you're having a really hard time doing this soft version, take a pad or two and put it underneath the side of your body that you're trying to roll up from, right? So if I was having a really hard time doing it the way I just demonstrated, then I would, and this is something we need to build up to. So let's make the soft one even easier. So you would just put one or two small pads, a pillow underneath that one side. So you're already propped up a little bit, making it doable. This isn't an exercise where we're trying to teach your body how to fail, right? We want to teach you how to succeed. So put in a couple pads underneath the hip, underneath the shoulder to lift you up evenly across there and get you just enough to where it's a comfortable challenge, a moderate challenge, right? Challenge brings change, you know that. Okay, so newfound strength. Let me know how you like this video. Be healthy, be happy.